Okay, so, oh yeah, timer. Bam. Perfect. All right, so last time we did this whole thing and we killed the sunflower. Now I gotta go and buy, I need to go purchase the sunflower weapon, because we're gonna use that on PK, because why not? And then from there, we're going to beat up, what, we've got 9 bosses that I have to beat up. Sunflower Blossom. Excellent, excellent, good, good. It's true, if it does take longer, I prove it's not just a phase. It's a good point, it's a good point, it's a good point. Do I have the stones? I do. Perfect. Okay, let's go beat up PK right now. Let's just do this right away. I'm just gonna put this on. Hang on, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Oh, I need faith. I need 1 more faith. Okay. So we do 1 more faith, and then after I use this weapon, I'm probably going to respec my stats with Renala, because I'll have used up all of the weapons I wanted to use, I think. Let me go check to make sure. Oh, no, I still have to use the greatsword on someone. So I don't want to respec yet. So I want to use this. And then I want to use the greatsword. And then we have the Lamina I still want to use. Let me go check the... Was I supposed to talk to... Osbach? I should do that now before, just in case. Okay, and then I need to figure out what I need for the Lamina, which is not terrible, but that'll be for what we do when we get to Melania. Let's go talk to Osbach now, just to make sure that I'm not, you know, breaking it. There. It's gonna be so nice gaming without having hair in my face after this. I can't wait. It's so hard to see and so itchy. Whoa! Whoa! I'm going the long way, but that's fine. It's not that much longer. God, I still can't believe how bad this armor set is. Feels like it should be so much better than it is. Okay, perfect. He's not here. Great. All right, we don't have to worry about anything. Fantastic. Okay, PK. Let's do it. And I did hit record because I'm smart this time, unlike last time where I forgot to hit record. So we've got what? PK? Midra, Romina, Mesmer, PCR, Godfrey, Radabeast, Melania. Did I say PK? I did say PK. Who am I forgetting? Forgetting someone. Ow. Ow. How dare you? Do I have a hair tie on standby? I don't, but it's fine, because once I finish the run, I'll just push my hair back. How's it going, cutie? How you doing? Actually, hair ties don't even work for my hair right now. My hair is too short. PCR? No, I said PCR. PK, Midra. Maybe I didn't say PK. PK, Midra, Romina, Mesmer, PCR, Melania, Godfrey, Radabeast. Plassie. Plassie. Figured it out. I have not killed Plassie yet. That'll do it. Goo! Look at those gooey, gooey walls. Whoa. I'm doing good. Excited to finish this run, and then we'll probably do one of 2 Elden Ring things after. I haven't decided what. We're gonna save the katana only for tomorrow with Dark Souls 2. And then this week I'm gonna do Elden Ring on one day, but I think the other day I'm gonna finally do the horror games. Since, you know, it's basically Halloween, right? Excuse me, coming through. Yeah, the Monster Hunter fashion. The update has got some good shit. I like it. Goodbye. I'm particularly a big fan of the fact that it's not just like armor looking, like it kind of looks like there's some of them that look like normal clothes and stuff. Big fan. Big fan. Quite like it. Mention of Roulette on the Sun made you think of a YouTube comment on a video. About headphone music. Being past the aux and putting my music library on shuffle is like playing roulette with 6 bullets, and honestly felt okay. all right. That's a statement. How's it going, Turtle? How you doing? Good morning from my side of things. Hooah! Excuse me. Ow! Ow! I'm being bullied. I'm being bullied. Whoop. Oh, the steampunk set out of music? Got you. Music that might be seen as cringe. Oh, I see. Well, anyone that says you're like, frankly, all the people that are like, your music is cringe, you shouldn't listen to it. You're just wrong. People can listen to what they want to listen to. Uh-oh. I've made the bird mad. I made those people are pretty cringe, exactly. I made the bird mad. I made the bird mad. Have you ever heard of I forget what the term exactly is, but there's something like, it's like furniture music. Have you ever heard of that term? It's really interesting. Like get into like greatsword run setup. Nice. I hope you're having a great time with it. Goodbye. It's K-pop and people are still being bullied for it. I'm immune to cringe. God, people being bullied for their music taste is such an insane... I know it happens, but God, it's such an insane thing to do. Insane. Ow! Oh my God, I'm getting gooped. Am I dead? No, I'm alive. This is going terribly. What is happening? Leave me alone. No. Bad skeletons. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Do a quality build, milady. Love it. Love it. Hell yeah. I'm a bigger fan. I'm not a huge fan of Rolana's Twin Moons. I much prefer the Letta's Light Greatsword. Even though I hate Letta, I much prefer her Light Greatsword. I'm a much bigger fan of that. The idea of furniture music, which I think is what it's called, is really, really interesting. It's basically this concept of, I have my, let's say your living room, right? You have your living room and you have all your furniture and all your stuff set up. And then the music that you play specifically in your living room is meant to be basically like a furniture piece that adds ambiance. So you pick the music to be played in your living room that fits the ambiance as a piece of furniture of the room. It's really interesting. And it's like, then it's an actual specific genre that people make. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna play pop. There's like an actual specific genre that is called furniture music. It's very interesting. At least that's what I think it's called. I might be wrong on the term, but something like that. Hello, PK. I have brought my big holy bonking. It's not really a stick. Flower? Big holy bonking flower. Okay, so let me explain what happened. I did the deflect, and the deflect, when I did the guard counter after, didn't have enough time for me to roll because it was still attacking, and I got hit twice during that, which caused me to basically be dead. Yeah, so that's also an explanation. So note to self, I can do the deflect, but don't immediately attack afterwards. Or just dodge and don't worry about that. That also works. Which is what I'm going to do this time, because this time I don't have the ability to drink my... Well, I could drink my physic early on and then dodge a bunch. Or I could wait. We'll drink it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll drink it. Is he broken? What's happening? Okay, he's... not doing... Dude, I don't understand the bosses in this game sometimes. They just do whatever they want. It feels like they can just do whatever they want, no matter what. It's real weird. Real weird sometimes, I tell ya. God, we do so much poise damage. Partially because of the physic, but also partially just because it's a colossal weapon that does a crazy amount of poise damage. It's fucking great, especially when you use a guard counter. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm very bad at Sekiro today. How's it going, Clayhan? How you doing? I'm doing a grand. I'm terrible at Sekiro, but I'm doing grand. It's what I get for trying to be fancy and using the cool thing. I also don't have nearly enough stamina, and the guard boost on this is only 50, so like, it's not the best. Frankly, it might be even better. Yeah, I should do at some point because I haven't actually done that yet. Maybe we'll do that on, I don't know, Idra. We'll get a shield out because I have a bunch of black shields I haven't used, and I could use that for the guard counters. Haven't done that yet. Maybe I should. Yeah, we're the shot. Okay, good news. I missed my attack. We wouldn't want to hit the attack. That'd be too easy. He's running away from me. Getting the riposte on him feels so awkward compared to some bosses. How did that miss? I'm very confused on how on earth that missed. That was something else, man. Okay, now we're doing this. All right. Hiya! I don't know how that one guard counter missed. That was wild. Okay, we did the easy bonking thing. Now we switch. Let's go do. I wanna see how good this is. Oh, I can't wield this. I need 35 strength. The guard count is not, or guard boost not great on that. I mean, I am gonna respec probably. I think is my plan. I still have to do this though. Where is it? I still have to do this. Let's do this next. Let's do this. I think this is a good plan. Let's do this on, you know what? Let's do this on Estelle. Yeah, let's do this on Estelle. You'll kill Mogurley just to get the Sauron head armor. I love it. I will warn you, it's kind of a really terrible armor set for like actual stats, but don't let that stop you. It is very cool looking. He countered your guard counter. He really did. That was weird. That was real weird. Look, it's an Estelle. Does this do more damage to gravity, people? No, it doesn't. Okay. Some of the weapons do more damage to gravity, folks. And I wasn't convinced this was one of them. And I also don't know if Estelle even counts as a gravity lady. Because like falling star beasts take more damage from some stuff, right? So I wasn't sure if Estelle counted. And this weapon doesn't count anyways, but I imagine there's none of the gravity enhanced weapons in the DLC. I imagine they're only in the base game. Because I can't picture any in the DLC. Hello, Dan. Thank you for requesting corn.
It's high noon.
And thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Well, you know, the bot gave it its all. Here, I'll refund you in a moment. Hang on. If you have the link is definitely ideal because the bot is kind of stupid. It tries. It really tries, but it's kind of an idiot a lot of the time. Oh, celebrate your dog's successful trip to the dog park. I see. Meteoric Orb Blade I know does. Alabaster Lord Sword does more damage to gravity, folks. Dawn's Blades, possibly? Don't quote me on that. But you, honestly, those weapons are, I think, legitimately one of the worst sets of weapons in the entire game. They are a paired Colossal Sword that does less poise damage per hit than every other Colossal Sword in the entire game. And it's not like, oh, it's only 3 less. No, it's like half. It's crazy. They're so terrible. So terrible. Perfect. Okay, you have been refunded. Feel free to do it again, with the link. With the link, ideal. There's the Meteoric Blade. Oh, the one that I'm using. See, I don't know if it does. It doesn't say that it does more damage to gravity, folks. Is that on the Wikipedia? Does it say that on the wiki anywhere? Yeah, the Radon Greatsword BS. This weapon right here. Absolute trash. It's horrendous how awful it is. I don't know if the ones you get from DLC Radon are the same. And I'm not going to use them because we're going to kill him and then we're going to kill Melania using Obsidian Lamina. So we're not going to use them on the run. But I will test them. Once we kill him, I will test them out of curiosity. Usually really strong, cool boss means the weapon sucks. That is true. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. And then you get some weapons where you're like, man, this weapon is so bad. Or this boss is so bad. I bet their weapon sucks, and it turns out their weapon's amazing. Looking at you, Sword Lance. That weapon's insanely good. That is true. He could kill people using weapons for Timu. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy to me how bad they are. Like, there's bad, and then there's Radon Greatsword bad. Colossal Sword bad, whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure they do less poise damage than the majority of weapons in the game as well. It's very weird. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but there's something wrong with them. How's it going, Beetle? Does not do extra damage, but Reddit says it does, at least the first post. Okay, I have a follow-up question for you, Dan, if you want to Google this. Is Estelle a gravity lady? Or is Estelle above a gravity lady and thus not a gravity lady? Because she's a bug. Because, like, I would imagine she's a gravity lady, but I don't know if she actually counts as a gravity lady or not. Ow. I got cummed on. Thank you, Twitch chat, for not letting me see the message because of the box. I'm doing great. How's it going, Beetle? I'm doing great. Oh, I didn't hit the button after I killed PK. Bam! Perfect. It is a gravity mob. Okay, let's see if this does the thing in that case. I will say this with our armor is a strong look. We look great. I have to get across the very, 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 very large arena that they put Estelle on the other side of for some reason. Okay, let's see. How much are we doing? You know, if it is doing extra damage, it's not great damage. I upgraded this, right? Yeah. Why is it so bad? Why? What? Huh? What? Okay, that's a bit better, I guess. But what? Why are you so terrible? Huh? I mean, that was a fully charged heavy doing 1,000, which is, I guess, fine, but... The poise damage is at least nice, but I'm very, very confused. Give me your face. I am the definition of confusion right now. Oh, you're doing this? Okay, sure. That feels, hang on, out of curiosity. I'm gonna swap to this real quick, just see how much damage. This is a fast attacking weapon, right? Fast attacking weapon, so it should do less damage. Okay, hang on. It's also a +9. All right, we did what, 327 with an R1? Here's an R1 from this. Why was the other one so bad? I'm so confused. I don't understand why it was so bad. I don't. To the troll. I'm very confused. Thank you for all the horse combo biddies. I appreciate them, Pug. Thank you. Thank you. How's it going? Maybe you don't have the right blood gems. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay, an R1 from this. 797. Versus. Hang on. Hang on. Versus, what? Let's just do Health and Steeple. Let's just do, I like Health and Steeple. Let's just do Health and Steeple, okay? Versus an R1 from this, which says 622. It is more than that, but it's still like, I don't understand it. That's so strange. That's so weird. That noise from the combos is very loud. Very, very loud. I bet I can probably turn that off if I want to, the sound. I'll leave the combos on. I like the combos, but the sound is a lot. Is a lot. It's a lot. Okay, I haven't used Sword of Night yet. I wanted to use that on Mesmer. I think that's the only thing I haven't used. Right? Yeah, it's the only thing I haven't used yet. Okay. Did I paint my nails? No, I didn't get a chance to go out. And I also lost my gloves. They're somewhere in the house. I don't know where. Things get lost very quickly when you have a child. They're somewhere around here. I just don't know exactly where. Okay. Well. Let's go kill Nile. Let's go kill Nile. Yeah, let's annihilate him. How is that the first time I made that joke? That is very, very suspicious. It's true. It's true. What do we use on Plassie? Ooh, we should use Claws of Night on Plassie. And then just spam the Ash of War. I like that idea. Because the Ash of War from Claws of Night does pierce damage, right? Where are you? Yeah, okay, we're definitely doing that. That sounds fun. That sounds fun to me. Oh, I went too far. Where's my rock? There's my rock. Boop. Am I feeling confident enough to skip the grace? Ah, fuck it. I'm sure I won't live to regret this. No way. Me? Never. Okay. It was the fact they were both there was the problem. If it's just the one, then we're fine. Cool. No! Sir. God, your friends suck. I hate this guy and his friends. They're the worst. Wonderful. All right. Once the friends are dead, everything else is fine. It's just that the friends are the problem, really. Uh-oh. God, it's 2 of them to get it? That's crazy. Uh-oh. Goodbye. I can just walk around that? I didn't know that. Today I learned... God, I love great hammers, man. Hammers, great hammers, colossal weapons, anything that does a crazy amount of poise damage. So fun. Hey, you can deflect that? I didn't know that. Cool. Apparently, when I have drank my juice, am able to deflect the literal cold and wind. Aw, man! I was in the animation. Nile is one of these bosses that is like deceptively fast in his attacks. Because it looks like he's taking a while, but he has very little downtime in between what he's doing. You have an odd question. Yes? You had to place the bell bearing to be able to do so. Which boss would you place it under? I would have put it in the DLC, and I would have put it, I would have put the somber one behind Rolana and the smithing stone one behind Romina. Not necessarily that they would have dropped it. Actually, no, they're already remembrance bosses. In that case, not a remembrance boss. Let's do, instead of them, you know what? I've a better answer. I would have given one of the somber ones to one of the Ghost Flame Dragons, or the somber one would go to the Ghost Flame Dragons, and the non-somber one would go to, oh wow, I'm terrible at putting out today. And the non-somber one would go to a Jagged Peak Drake. Because as of right now, I think the somber Ancient Dragon Stones are dropped from the Ghost Flames, and the Jagged Peak Drakes don't drop anything. So the bell bearing, one goes there, one goes to the other one. Yeah. Hello, Zay. How's it going? How are you today? And it would have given a reason to kill both of them, which would be really cool. So I think putting them on those bosses would be very, very good. Sing lyrics in a second? No worries. Combine both in one, have PCR drop it. See, I think the problem with that is, like, number one, it's a remembrance boss, and the remembrance bosses don't drop the bell bearings. It's always other random bosses that do. I say that like this. Really, I died on the tree this time. Man, I'm having a hard time. It's always the bosses that are non-remembrance bosses that have those. So I think that's one problem. Number two is then you basically are saying, okay, you have to get all the way through the DLC to get these. But I think it's more fun if, like, it's a thing you can get in the DLC that then just lets you play around with more weapons. Like, there was already a lot of smithing stones in the DLC, but... And it also, the reason that it makes sense, I think, on the dragons is... when you get those bell bearings, you're going to be able to buy somber ancient dragon smithing stones and regular ancient dragon smithing stones. So them being on a dragon when they're, you know, made by dragons, or they're dragon smithing stones. And you could have called them like the dragon bell bearings or something. And it would have worked perfectly. There's no way I die twice, right? So we're not gonna grab the grace. We don't need the grace. The grace is for suckers. Man, the fact that poise breaks them with one, kind of crazy. Hello. Okay, goodbye. just a little love tap. It's just a small hit as I run in. It's so much poise damage, it's crazy. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I've never seen him do that move in my life. How are you missing me? Sir, 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 sir! How dare you? How dare you? It's so rude, dude. He's like not hitting me half the time. There we go. There's another poise break. Wonderful, wonderful. Uh-huh, uh-huh. And goodbye. Yeah, I wish Deathblight was more useful in PvE as well. How's it going, Bear? How you doing? I agree. Be a lot better. Said be DS2 on Sunday. I said that last week, and then I didn't finish this run, and then I said on Thursday we'll be doing this on Sunday instead, and also my schedule in Discord. So I had previously said, but then I didn't finish this run, so I have to finish this run. Don't worry, there will be DS2 tomorrow, because there's no way I don't finish this run today, right? Probably, right? There's no chance that I don't finish this run. No way! No, that could never happen. Never. We have to go kill a man. 50K for the somber, 10K for smithing. Yeah, I'd say so. Or 50K for both, frankly. Just make it really expensive if you want to buy it. I'm cool with that. But don't worry, there will be DS2. It'll be tomorrow. I just have to finish this run, so I actually have, you know, the footage ready so I can edit it on Tuesday when I do my editing, so. We are definitely going to kill Albus, for the record. I feel that feels right to me. And we're gonna do it with the Sword of Night as well. Useful as one of the Ghost Flame weapons, like the poker sword. Well, Death Poker is already really good, but I think if they adjusted it so it didn't do Frostbite, but it instead did Death Blight and it had its own variation of something with it, that would have been good. Oh, good call, good call. I should do that, Mitchell. 6 more burns shouldn't take you long. 7, 26. 26 is the total. If Remembrance is in the game, because I don't care that Bale doesn't get a quote-unquote Remembrance of the Dread. He's a Remembrance boss. He gets an item that you can then trade in to pick one of two things. He's a Remembrance boss. And it should have been a Remembrance. I understand thematically why it's a heart, but it should have been a Remembrance. FromSoft is silly for that one. 2 swings does 666 damage? Crazy. Crazy. Ahem. Good night. God, that was cool. We're so cool. We're so edgy. We're so fucking edgy. Let's go beat up Mesmer. Just so freaking beautiful. It is a gorgeous fight. Cinematically, it's probably the best looking fight they ever had, that they've ever made. It's also like a really good dragon fight because you fight it like a normal boss. You don't stand on its like hind legs or whatever. You actually fight it head on, which is really sick because you never get that with dragon fights in these games. I am a fan of dragons, don't get me wrong. I like dragon fights in Elden Ring. I actually really enjoy fighting dragons in this game. But fighting a dragon that is meant to be fought like a normal boss, not like a dragon, so good. Why am I doing this the long way? I'm an idiot. Goodbye. Wonderful. Would Death Lightning be good to use? Two problems with that. One, I don't know if I count that as a black item. Do I even have it? I don't think I have it right now. Fia's Mist is a good example. You see how it's like, if you look at the actual image, it's significantly more yellow. That's number one. Number two, it's questionable on whether I have anything I can cast it with. It's like gray and yellow. Yeah, it's not really a black item. And especially when you compare it to something like the Sword of Night, which is very clearly a black item, versus that which looks, you know, gray and yellowy. It's not in the vibe. Midir is your #1 dragon fight. I don't like Midir. I'm not a big. I know people love Midir. I am not a Midir enjoyer. I think that fight, while mechanically fine, is very frustrating. Purely because he is so resistant to everything. I beat him when the first and only time that I've actually fought him. The first time I actually fought him, I beat him in 11 attempts, but because every attempt was like 5 to 10 minutes long because of how little damage you do, it was so not fun for me. But I understand why people love it. It's just not my vibe, that's all. Just for the edginess, we're gonna do, hang on. We're gonna put on the Shield of the Night as well. We're not gonna use it, but it's for the look. We look amazing. We look amazing. Let's go. I don't think I drank, hang on. There we go. I do very little damage. Why? Concerning. Why damage bad? Going back and forth from the DLC to the base game to the DLC really throws off my perception of what damage is supposed to be. Because, like, the amount of damage that we're doing right now from a physical raw number standpoint is, like, pretty normal for the DLC, but it feels bad. But then I go back to the base game, and it feels like I do even less, even though that's obviously the case because I don't have Skidoo Blessings. It's very, very weird. Phase transition. Every time that catches me out. What's Skidoo level? I am level 13. 13? 13. 13 sounds right. You basically want to get to about 10 or 11 because at that point, it starts going drastically down in terms of the amount of power you get. You only get like 1% per hit or per level that you get from that point on. So you want to go to about level 11, level 12. And then if you can get to level 20, it's great because you get a nice big boost at level 20. But otherwise, everything between 20 to 12 to 20 or 12 to 19, I guess, is not really worth the effort to get it. So that's why you never see me get to max. Just because like the amount of power you get at max is drastically worse total. It's significantly less for the last 10 levels versus the first 10. Max is 20. Max is 20. Kind of look like Sauron. I know, right? Isn't it great? This armor set is terrible in terms of actual physical damage protection to keep you alive. But I look great, and that's really what matters right now. I did have an argument, or I'm seeing now, there's an argument to be made for Messmer's spear, but I think it's just the blade that's black. I don't think the actual weapon is. Because the weapon itself is mostly red the whole way through with a blade that is black, and I don't think I can count that. I don't think I can abide by that. Yeah, I know. I think the other problem that this katana is facing is that it looks really cool, but compared to like the Uchi, this is not the best katana in the game. It definitely causes, I think, a very low amount of bleed. And like damage-wise, it's not nearly as strong as it should be. At least it's not feeling like it is. It might be better with full support for things, which obviously I don't have because I can't use half the items or over half the items in the game. I also really dislike the charge R2 on it, or the charge attack. Charge R2, charge attack, same difference. Because it's literally just the serpent one. And I was never a fan of that one as it was, because that one is just the double hit versus your standard R2 from a katana with a single hit is not good. Pretty much any weapon that does like a double hit on its R2, I don't like. Because you have to hit both of them, specifically the second one to do the majority of the damage. And I would much rather just have a single attack weapon for its R2. Poise break? No. Death. Apparently. Somehow I was still in my animation. See, like, I don't think this weapon counts. The blade definitely counts, but the weapon itself, the majority is not black. The majority is like red and brown. Oh, I didn't drink my physic. I'm a fool. Hang on. Physic! The power of drinking juice. Or whatever's actually inside the physic. Magical, mystical potion water, I guess? This fight is also very cinematic. Definitely not as much as Bale. That move gets me every time. And I was apparently in still. Weird. I'm having a heck of a time on this run. Halberd R2, don't really like that much. Yeah. Halberds are not particularly great. Jump attacks, if you can do a jump R2 with them, those are great, but the more I'm using this weapon, the less I like it. Granted, it only scales on dexterity, and I don't really have a high amount of dexterity, so maybe that's part of the reason that it's doing such bad damage, but oh my god, is it bad. Somewhere out there, this is someone's favorite weapon. Yeah, I know that. That's how that works in this game. Every weapon is somebody's favorite, no matter what. No matter how bad it might be, it's somebody's favorite. It's the same thing with Pokemon. It's always, every Pokemon is somebody's favorite. Better than the Broken Straight Sword run. That is true. I'm not saying it's the worst. What I am saying is that this weapon, compared to what I was expecting, is not good. That's not to say that it's bad. The weapon is completely serviceable and fine. But compared to what I was expecting from it, it is not my favorite. Pretty good PvP. How's it going, Ray? That's good to know. Yeah, like that's the other thing is I don't know the stuff with like PvP. I only know PvE. So when there's weapons that are like really good in PvP where I'm like, man, I don't love this, and somebody's like, it's actually really good at this. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Fair enough. Are you gonna do the thing? Of course not. When I'm actually prepared for it, you don't do it. How dare you, you bastard? How did that hit me? That's a rare move. You never see him just do a single swipe. Crazy. Bye, Mesmer. Good night to my fellow emo. Au revoir.
Curse upon me.
Maybe it was just a phase after all. Maybe. That song ended at the perfect time. That was great. Okay, we got Midra next. And Plassie. And then we got Romina, PCR, and the end ones. So let's go do Midra? Let's go do Midra. I like that. People mutated from Snakes and Bloodborne. Fair. Fair. I do like Mesmer's fight. I'm just not, like, as confident in it as I am others. But it is a fun fight. Also, I should respec now that I've actually like used everything. Because there's nothing I haven't used, right? What are we gonna use on Mesmer?
Oi!
Mesmer, what are we gonna use on Midra? Midra, I kind of want to use Bleed on. Yeah, let's go respec real quick. Hello, stars. How are you today?
Hiya, Pachu.
Mesmer with all weapons. It's on the list. I still have to get through PCR. But it is on the list. Okay, things I want to use again. Sword of Night, Claws of Night, obviously, because those are the two most, you know. We still have to use Obsidian Lamina. I want to use Curseblade Cirque. We got 6 bosses, right? I want to use the Twin Blade. That's 5. And I want to do... I think just those 5 are really the ones. So we'll use Sword of Night twice, I guess. Well, Obsidian Lamina is one as well. Hang on.
Is it thy to become?
Yes, please, rebirth. Okay, first off, 50. Obviously. Second off, 20. That's easy. I need my arcane to be at, is it 17? I'm doing great stars. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Lamina. Obsidian Lamina. Obsidian Lamina is 17 arcane. What if we did like that? How is it going? Dirk, how you doing?
Bonjour.
Is that right? Bonjour indeed. How's it going? Thank you so much for the 37 months. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this seems right. All right. Worst case, I can come respec again, but that seems good. Okay, so now packing for trip. Ooh. Are you excited? Let's go do Plasty with this first. And then we'll go do Midra after. I know I said we were gonna do Midra. Let's go do Plasty first, then we'll do Midra. After that. Let's go. You are excellent. Excellent. I hope it is a wonderful trip. We'll have a great time. You both get to wake up real early today. Let's see how much damage we're doing. 1234. Okay. Manageable. Not like particularly amazing, but manageable. I think we'll do Claws of Night on 2 bosses. We'll do this on both Plasty and on Midra. Because Midra just bleeds a lot. Well, actually, maybe I want to do something with Poise on Midra. Maybe I do... I could do the Cirque. I haven't done the Cirque. You know what? Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get to the boss and then decide. I'm not going to plan ahead. We'll get there and then I'll figure it out. Hello, Plasty. How's it going, buddy? So we'll drink our Physic once I get into the fight. We're not going to drink it now because the Poise Break one only lasts for 30 seconds. And by the time that we get there and actually am able to attack because he does this whole shit, it's going to be like a minute. 692. Like now we drink. Oh shit. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I was far enough away. That does not go as far off to the side as I thought it would, to be honest. I didn't bring blue. I'm a fool. Well, we did like almost a quarter of his bar using the Ash of War. So that was cool, I guess. Why are you attacking over? You're so weird sometimes, bro. Ow. Ow. Yeah, I can't wield it. Why is the R2 so bad? Man, sometimes I fight these bosses and I feel like their health that they have or are supposed to have has drastically shifted from what I'm used to. This is one of those instances where it feels like he's got more health than normal. He doesn't, obviously. Oh, I'm so dead. Well, I'm gonna bring blue this time. These weapons don't feel like they're doing a lot of damage, though. Black Flame, 2 problems with that. Number 1, I don't want to use Black Flame, mostly because I want to do a whole run with just Black Flame. So I'm holding off on doing it so I can do that. That's number one. Number two, and arguably more important, there is no seal in the game that is entirely black or devoid of color in this game. So I actually couldn't cast them if I wanted to. Unfortunately. But again, even if I could, I probably still would want to hold off because I really want to do an entire run with just Black Flame. I think it'll be fun. And it will go, it's kind of like a status effect, sort of. It's not really a status effect, but it does fall into the, like, it has its own unique property and it is a category, so it will be lit. Yes, it will be. It's true. It will be lit. Because I have 48 decks, and this is doing nothing. The Ash of War on this is great. And the Ash of War, when you get like all the stuff to build it right, oh my god, it's strong. But the actual like weapon, it's the same problem the Sword of Night has. They both look sick, but they don't do enough damage relative to what I feel like they should be doing. It feels like they should be significantly stronger than they are. Especially when you compare it to other katanas and other claws as well. You know what I mean? Ow, Jesus! Man, almost killed me with one, I mean, technically 2 bites, but my god. Am I out of this? I think I am. Yeah, we're good. That's definitely one of the advantages of the Ash of War is you get crazy bleed buildup because every single hit counts as a hit for the bleed damage. It's sick. Granted, you have to hit all of them, but it's real good for bleed buildup. I will forever love how many bosses in this game feel like phase 1 is just them like not taking you seriously, and then they get low enough on health and they actually start doing their shit that they need to do where it shows their true strength. Classy does it, Bale does it, Godfrey, Morgott. And it makes sense too because like there was never any Tardish who really got that far or was that strong. And then you showed up and then all of a sudden they actually had to take you seriously because most people, they didn't have to. They would just do the, you know, the normal stuff and you would die. How dare you? Rude. I was trying to drink. Damn it. I am getting extraordinarily rare moves from them. Like I never see him do the rock throw, really. I see there was that one move on Nile there. He did the big slam down. I've never seen that move. We got the single swipe from Mesmer earlier. We're getting the rarest moves on this run. It's crazy. Some of them, they have a face not even their mother would love. Well, that's so rude. How dare you? How dare you? That's so mean. We must be nice to the bosses. They bring us enjoyment and sometimes rudeness, but he's mean to bleed. He's 100% not. There was not only was there a bleed proc on the last run, But he is 1,000,000% not immune to bleed. He has a very high bleed tolerance. All of his resistances are 1100, except for sleep and madness and death blight, obviously, because can't do those. But all of his resistances are about 1100 something or other. How's it going, world? I am dying a bunch, but doing great otherwise. How are you doing? To be fair, me dying a lot does fit with the goth vibe, so maybe it's on purpose. You'll never know. Try the hardest at the beginning just because of everyone else. That'd be fun. Yeah, I agree. If sleep affects everyone. What's funny is there are bosses that are listed as being immune to sleep by Fextra, but they aren't. PK is a good example. Putrescent Knight is not immune to sleep. It's just a very, very, very ridiculously high sleep resistance. But he's not immune. I am surprised I haven't got a poise break as well yet on this dude. Fuck you. Really? I was close enough. Heck you, man. That was so rude, dude. How did that rock hit me? You're throwing the rock in front of you and that hits me there? Really? There you go, there's the bleed proc. See, he's just got a very high resistance. That's all. But he can bleed. Well. Uh-oh. Ooh, very nice. Hope you had a great time. I didn't roll. I'm a fool. Are you about to do your laser? Fuck you. That's a yes. Goodbye. It's not often I get hit by the lightning during that phase. Not often. What are we doing? Traneth? Buddy? You know how to roll. Push the buttons, bud. I got one blue and I got no red. That's all we need. That's all we need. Probably. Okay, goodbye. What are we doing? Perfect. That works. Ow. Don't go in too early. We learn our lessons. Woo! We almost don't learn our lessons. There we go. Cool. Okay. Claws of Night. I really want to do something with them where I actually do them properly and use them properly, but I am not impressed by them. I'm not impressed by Sword of Night. Both very disappointing so far. Curseblade Cirque. Let's go do this on Midra. I think that'll be fun. That sounds good to me. Let's do that. It's very cool. There's a decent way to dodge and stay close. I want to say that there is, and I just don't know it. But don't quote me on that, because, you know, I'm probably wrong. But I want to say there's a way to do it, and I'm just unaware of it. Because if you can get behind him during it, you can basically just stand there and wail on him for damage. And I've seen people do that, and I've done that in the randomizer when it's close enough to a wall. And I don't know if there's just like a particular spot you need to stand in the arena to get it. So when he lands, you can be behind him or what, but... Why am I fighting you? I cannot play Elden Ring with this run. Every other run, we do great. This run? Apparently I can't do it. Apparently I can't do it. Don't know who I become. Don't know what happened to me. It's cursed. That's all I can tell you. It's cursed. I blame this. I blame this talisman. And this armor set. It's these two. I don't know why it's their fault, but it's definitely their fault. It's the mental, probably. Whoa! The only one that I have planned is I'm going to use this on Radabeast because I love Black Flame Tornado on Elden Beast. It's so fun. It's incredible. It does so much damage. It's so strong. I love it so much. Good morning, Saki. How's it going?
Hiya, Pachu.
I hate that they do damage when they dodge. That's so annoying. It's so not cool, man. Bum, 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 bum. Cheers. A ladder was longer than I remember it being. It'd be really cool if you could get an item in the game that was a talisman, and when you wore it, the boss had double health and double resistances and stuff. So you didn't make yourself weaker, you stayed your strength. But they're kind of like the bonfire aesthetic, I guess, in DS2, where you could activate that and it would make everything harder, or it would bring everything back and make it harder or whatever. But I would love if there was something where you could decide, I'm going to wear this item and it's going to make the boss stronger and have more health, but not make it so I die faster. So you could, it almost like acts like a pseudo ability to practice on a boss. It'd be sick. It'd be so cool. You want to edge bosses. I don't know how you got that from what I said at all, to be honest. That would be if I said I wanted them to heal constantly at very low health. You want the fight to last longer. I mean, yeah, but that's not necessarily edging. Edging is you're on the edge of, you know, teetering on the meh. So if I was saying I wanted the boss to get down to 1% HP and then constantly heal at 1% HP and never die, that would be edging the boss. I'm saying I want the bosses to have more stamina. I think a sheep just rolled off the edge and died. I think is what I just saw. Good save? What do you mean good save? That's the definition of it. I'm not wrong. That's what it is. Yeah. My face is itchy. It's not like he's Mikla charming the boss. Oh, Lord. Is there any other weapons I can wield? I could wield the Mantis Blade again, but that was bad. Excuse me. All is well. I'm fine. Oh, we're gonna blend into this. You know what? This could be, although again, this is the problem. When we're looking for like what area of the game is considered the blackest, there's a difference between like being painted black, like the building is painted black, or the lights are off. This place, although yeah, it's really dark, is just because the lights are off. It's not because the actual place is painted black or anything, you know? And if you turn the lights on, everything is great. I'm getting bullied. Everything is great. I don't think this counts. Very Velodo? Velodo? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, Saki. Well, I'm glad you'll feel better soon, but I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Oh, Voldo from Soul Calibur. Got it. Got it. Not supposed to take back, so I was like on the stream. Listen, okay, sometimes in life, you just need to take a back shot. It's just how the world works. Counts if you never turn the lights on. But again, then it's just like, and it's like saying that a room that's painted green is painted black just because the lights are turned off. But it's not. It's a green room in the dark. If we were just looking for the darkest place, I would agree. But I don't think I can count this as the most black room in the game, or black area in the game. There's no color without light. I mean, sure, but there's all like, it doesn't change what the room is color. I don't know. I don't agree. I don't think that counts. I think we can do better than that. I don't know where. Like, we've had other places that are kind of close that are wound up not being great either. I don't know where it would be better, but we can do better. Ow, I forgot I need to not jump. Oh my God, I'm getting bullied today. What is happening? It's a shading. I swear to God. I knew someone was going to say it. I'm aware it's a shade, technically, but for the sake of this run, It's counting as a color, okay? Dark from lack of lights equals eerie, but not goth black. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Saki. Exactly. Ooh, I might have a spot. I might have a place that would be good. It's also got a cemetery shade. But I don't know if it is. We'll have to go and investigate after. Actually, to be honest, it could be these woods because the trees are all like on the decaying side, so they all kind of look like they've been. It could also be Midra's Mons, possibly, maybe. Am I gonna get a bleed proc here? Yep. You bastard, how dare you? Well, hell begins. Goodbye, Jory. I'm tempted to count these woods. Possibly. Or Midra's Mons, because Midra's Mons I'm pretty sure is painted black, isn't it? Like there's a lot of other colors in here too, don't get me wrong, but like the predominant coloring. Okay, maybe not the woods. The woods are definitely more gray than anything. Maybe not the woods, but Midra's Mons is a possible contender, to be honest. These woods definitely win for creepiest place in the game. Or eeriest place in the game, maybe? Shadowkeep? I don't know. Shadowkeep. I think Shadowkeep is like shadowy and gothic in name, but I don't know if it's actually gothic or not in coloration. How's it going, Cozy? Hello. How are you? You know you're in a creepy place. It's true. I still wish that there was a way that you could activate torrent in this place. I understand why they didn't do it, but it's just like it's such a long area to run through for no reason. Is only black because it burned. See, but I think that should make it count. I also, these woods are a lot less gothic in color than I was expecting. I actually think that makes Midra's Mons 100% count. Because sure, it's only because it's burned, but that means that the overall color is black. And took scissors to your hair. Oh, are you okay? Have we gone to a professional to get it fixed and checked up? Go chill with the Omen twins. If I could stay there, I totally would. Because that is very clearly the correct answer. But you can't go back there after they're dead. Can I get into that fight without triggering them? Because if I can, that's an option. Yeah, if you kill all the untouchable enemies, you should be able to ride torrent. Agreed. Agreed. You will just wear a hat. Okay. Something died! How? The fuck died? A rat? Maybe? Weird. A mad sheep? Maybe? How? I don't understand how. Fall damage? Say hello to the friendly eyeball men? No! They waste time. They're not worth it. You can't make me. I'm leaving. Ow. Ow. Fall damage? I guess? I don't even know where it would have fallen from, though. It's looking a little more brown than I remember. No, see, it's still grays and stuff. You see what I mean? Yeah, it's too gray. No, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. We can't live here. This can't be our home. It does have a lot of shadow men, which is cool, and the right color, but no, I don't think we can live here, I'm afraid. It is rather gray. Yeah. There are the ducks that go to the Lemonade song and stand in the song. They've been corrupted by the grapes. You're not wrong, technically. Midra also wants to leave. That is true. That is true. We would be imputing on Midra's home, although he will soon be dead. So soon that will not matter. It's a shadow man. I love breaking that dude's walk cycle. It's so funny. I'm thinking Deeproot Depths is still the best area so far. I can't think of anywhere else in this game that has a more on-theme room. But not, I don't think Fia's Champ area. I'm thinking another spot in Deeproot Depths. There's a, I'm pretty sure there's a large tower that's mostly painted in black. I think. Ah! Also, Midra's room, which would have been a consideration, obviously is not now because we know it's a lot more gray than anything. But Midra's room would normally have been a consideration. And let's pretend it still was. It wouldn't work because by the time that we finish Midra, he's turned the whole thing orange. So that doesn't work either. How dare he indeed? Indeed. He doesn't have an eye for decor. It's so true. Ow. Ooh, I'm gonna get the buff from the Crusade insignia at the beginning of this fight because we kill Mini Midra. That's fun. I never heard that. Okay, cool. All right. This is like one of fucking like 3 boss fights that Crusade insignia is actually useful for. We're gonna save the physic tier for the second phase. Right now, there's the Crusade insignia buff. There's the physic. There's the phase 2. Then we run in. We do some R1s and some R2s. We hope for a poise break. Poise break. Yeah, look at that. Great damage. There's the bleed. There's the phase 2, or 3 transition. Technically, I guess, is phase 3. And then I didn't have stamina, so I didn't roll. Fun. Well, we did a lot of damage right off the get-go, which was nice. How was I in that? The instant madness from that drives me insane. It also comes out a lot faster than I was expecting. Excuse me. Okay, let's try that again, but like better. Wonderful. Then we drink. We have the Crusade. We go in. I'm hoping for the bleed again early on. There's the bleed. Very nice. Would have been nice if it had been during the phase 2 transition, but it's fine. That was rude. Uh-oh. Oh my god, it's so much damage, man. Oh, that's insane. Yeah. Just let me heal you, you annoying jerk. I don't think we're gonna get another poise break. I would love another poise break, but I don't think it'll happen. We might get another bleed proc. There's the bleed proc. God, what a fun boss. Goodbye, Midra. Always a pleasure, my friend. Even if you did rudely kill me on the first attempt. Rudely kill me on the first attempt. Okay, so now I could go do a base game thing. Nah. It's just the 4, right? 1, 2. No, hang on. 1, 2, 3. There's 5. Apparently I hit the button one too many times. There we go. Okay, let's go do Romina. That sounds good. Yes, we have 2 new emotes that my lovely wife did create. There is, I forgot about these because they were made last night and I was going to talk about them. There is old, which is a moose growing a beard, and then there is salute. So we have 2 new emotes. So many incredible boss fights in their memories. There are some really good ones. The DLC is really good. I love this DLC. They're amazing. I agree. I also like our new moose guy. very fitting for, you know, the channel and Canada and stuff, so. Ow! I think so too. She doesn't think so, but I think so too. Imposter syndrome's a real bitch sometimes, you know? What do we do on Romina? I'm gonna do, where is it? I'm gonna do this on Romina, because I can. I would want Elden Ring 2. I think Elden Ring has been great, but I don't need another Elden Ring. I would rather have Elden Ring 2 personally. Where is here? This is the big one or the old one. Here you go. I can do this for free. I always forget I can do this. There's old and oh, hang on. I missed it. And salute. There you go. What I hope to see in Elden Ring 2, more of this. But I also, frankly, if I was being completely real, if I got my way and they did whatever I wanted, Radahn, fuck off, no. If I was able to get my way and get what I want from FromSoft with them doing exactly what I want, I never want them to touch Elden Ring ever again. I want them to not do anything related to Elden Ring. I want them to take the Elden Ring combat and the exploration and all that stuff and you do it a completely different IP. I don't need them to do any more Elden Ring. Elden Ring is good. It's dealt with. It's had its story. It's done. I want something new. Entirely new. Frankly, what I want FromSoft to do the most is I want them to do a modern day or a futuristic, ideally, Souls-like. Something set with because they have their whole like mech thing with Armored Core. If they did a futuristic Souls-like with mechs and shit, that would be fucking awesome. Darnish being a final boss. See, I don't want that though. I think Elden Ring has had its story told, and I'm perfectly happy with where Elden Ring has been left at. And as much as I love Elden Ring, I don't need more. Same with like Sekiro, and same with Bloodborne. If we never get a Bloodborne 2 or a Sekiro 2, I'm okay with that because they put out awesome IPs every single time, and I would love to see them not just do like they did with Dark Souls, not just continuously doing Dark Souls stuff. I would love for them to just make new things and evolve their formula to the older games, not cosmetics. I'd be okay with that if they did, but I mean, we got that with Night Rain basically. Night Rain got bosses brought in from the old games. Obviously, there's a lot of cosmetic stuff too, but Night Rain got stuff brought in from the old games, and it's fun. But I just want them to do something new. I missed! Shit. Yes, that is what happened to me. It's true. I lined it up wrong. I'm a fool. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. And the thing is, if they did an Elden Ring 2, okay? If they do an Elden Ring 2, and let's say they do what I would want them to do, which is do a new game with new mechanics that is not the same as this, but at the core of it, the gameplay is similar. So you have your dodge rolling, your bosses, get weapons, upgrade them. You have a jump, maybe you have a torrent of some kind, whatever, right? Let's say they make Elden Ring 2, but then they do changes to the systems, god damn it, to the systems in the game, and they fundamentally have different things. it would turn into a Dark Souls 2 situation where this game is so commercially popular that people love it, and people that have never played Souls games now play Souls games because of it. If they were to take this formula and change it in some way, which is what I would want them to do, if they call it Elden Ring 2, people are going to be up in arms if it doesn't give them just more of what they already got in Elden Ring 1. So instead of doing Elden Ring 2, make an entirely new IP. You can do literally all the things you want in it that change it and fundamentally make it different. But if it's not related to Elden Ring, I think it would be better. Yes, people would 100% hate it. 100%. Call the Elden Ring Night Raid. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. How's it going, Adnib? God damn it, how? You know what my favorite part about the Night Rain stuff is if you go back and you watch anyone that played more than like 500 hours in Elden Ring, and I've watched multiple clips of this. If you go back and watch people that have played a lot of Elden Ring, when that trailer came up, every single person, including myself, when that trailer first starts and they see the trees, every single person was like, wait a second, I know those trees. Is this Elden Ring? Just from the trees. Which is concerning for all of us that we recognize it like that, but also goes to show how an art style and art direction in a game can make it completely recognizable to the fans of the game. And it's what makes it so good. It's why art direction is so important in games, because art direction, more so than graphics, determines how good a game looks. Night Rain being a roguelike RPG and not expansion like Shadow of the Retreat. The thing is, I like what Night Rain is, and I think it's fun. I'm glad that they made it, but I really don't like how little content it has. Like, we've all stopped playing it completely. Nobody's doing it anymore. It also does horrendously on YouTube. If you make fucking Night Rain videos and you post them, they do so badly for everyone. Because people that like Elden Ring don't tend to like Night Rain, which is torrent, which is totally fine. But yeah, they do real bad. Oh my God, you're doing that here? Oh no, you're doing that. Okay, we're good. Could also care less. A lot of people feel that way. I enjoy Night Rain. Night Rain is very fun, but it needs more content, and it really is not great for most Souls-related YouTube content. Or anything, so sure they would make a sequel just because it's popular. I mean, I agree, Mitchell. I don't think they will. They're going to do whatever they want because they can. And people have full trust in them to create stuff. They might make things that people don't love, like Night Rain or Duskbloods as well. I think is going to be a game that is going to be nowhere near as popular as their other games. I might be wrong, but it being locked as a Switch 2 exclusive, as well as the fact that it is a, for lack of a better term, Tarkov, but a Souls-like, is going to make it extraordinarily niche as far as who's going to actually be playing it, you know? But people have full faith in them because everything they've put out has been quality. Even Dark Souls 2, for its weirdness, is a quality game that is fun. It's got some weird shit and some weird choices and things that I disagree with, but it's still a quality game and it doesn't feel like it's been phoned in. It just feels fun to play, even now, you know? Yeah, Nintendo's situation definitely won't help either. Try out a smaller, more expensive ideas of redo Elden Ring instead of redo Elden Ring. Yeah, I agree. I like them trying new shit. Again, I like Night Rain for what it is. I just don't like how... This is going to sound weird. They made a live service game that's not a live service game, which then killed the game because it wasn't live service enough, even though that's better. So they didn't make it live servicey enough to keep the game alive. And if they had just, it's so weird. DS2 is better than 3 for not speak. Ooh, I like DS2 better than 1, but I definitely like 3 better than 2. But I think DS2 is better than DS1 for sure. Anyone you'd like to see a collab with? Oh, Kojima would be cool. Yeah. I would want someone that they collab with for purely story purposes, not for gameplay or anything. How's it going, Bad? How are you? Yes, I want FromSoft to give me a sci-fi Souls game. Night Rain fell off once it became common knowledge the Everdarks weren't available if you don't have online features. That is not, I mean, I say this knowing that gamers online that talk and gamers that play the game are very different. But in my experience, that is not what killed Night Rain. What killed Night Rain was the fact that they put out all the Everdarks, and then they put out this new Depth of Night mode, which was fun for a bit until you realize there's literally no purpose aside from the fact it gets harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. And that's all that it does. There's no benefit to it. And there was nothing to do with it. And then once they bring out new content, it'll have a little bit of a resurgence. But I don't know how much, and again, I speak only from all the things that I've seen. I don't know how much it being required to be online features mattered, because let's take the 3 consoles that it's on. If you're on PC, you don't need to pay for online. You just have online because it's PC. If you're on Xbox, you're needing, most people pay for Xbox Live. Maybe not Game Pass, but most people pay for Xbox Live, so I don't think that mattered that much. And same with PlayStation. If you're on PlayStation, you just needed the base PlayStation level. So I don't know. I think that there are people, I know you don't have it because you can't pay for it, but I don't think that that was the reason. I think maybe the timing of that, it might have seemed like it, but I don't think that was the reason. I think it's mostly because there was just not enough content for it. Yes, I agree, Tomcat. DS1, way better in terms of level design, but I like the fact that DS2 feels like a souped up version of DS1, getting rid of a lot of the problems that I had with DS1. But I agree that DS1's level design is arguably the best that has ever been made in almost any game ever. Night Rain becomes predictable. I agree. Night Rain is definitely predictable after a while. And every run starts feeling the same, for sure. Turn into infinite stats for the enemies. Agreed. Yes. It's that depth of night could have been such an interesting mode if they had had more in it, but it really was just, okay, you beat the base game, now you can play the harder mode, which gets harder and harder and harder and harder. And eventually it's just not fun. Have fun. It's like, I don't give a shit about that. You know, like, whatever. Ah, Romina. This room, it's the wrong color. It's way too pink. Now, I know that black and pink do look good together. Okay, I get that. But this room, it's too pink, ma'am. We need to work on your decor. Poise break. Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah! We should get a poise break here. And then I will get the phase 2 transition here as well. I think she's at the right amount of health. Let's see. Yes. I also just realized she actually does a motion when she goes to cast. And I don't think I've ever noticed that or paid attention to that. I have no idea how that hit me, but sure. Rude. No, okay, she doesn't do it there. Never mind. On the previous one, she actually did a motion with her hand where she like brought her hand up and did like a casting animation, like with the seal. But I think that just might be the phase transition. I don't think that is a way you can tell. No chance I'm getting around to that. That's fine. I really like the deflecting tier as like an option in combat. I don't like it as like the only thing you do, But having it as an option that you can break out if you're in a bad spot for dodging is kind of sick. Like here, this is a cool one to do with. Oh, never mind. She didn't roll far enough. Okay, ma'am. I was gonna counter that, but then she just didn't come towards me at all, which is wild. Ow! Good lord. See, like there, that's a cool spot to use it when she does the wheel spin thing. I prefer walking through that because that looks way sicker, but that's still cool. You know? Okay, we got, yeah, 4 bosses. And Letta and friends, which we get to bring Ozbok for. It's gonna be a great time. I can't wait for that. Getting back to Firelink Shrine. Yes, I agree. The other game that did that really well, that had really good level design, it's still not as good as, it's still not nearly as good as Dark Souls 1, but they did have that good feeling of it, was Wu Chang. Wu Chang had a really nice level design where you actually like didn't know where you were going, and it had very similar DS1 vibes, but it didn't do it as well. But it was still pretty good, pretty decent. Where do you redeem streamer points since they updated Twitch? You mean the channel points? It should, I don't think it's changed. I think it's still in the same spot. Chat, anyone can confirm? Anyone? Guillermo del Toro, that'd be cool. How's it going, Zook? Guard counter, Sekiro tier, and RKR on backhand blades against Gross. I believe it. It's not my preferred one with the deflecting tier. Giant Crusher is definitely my preferred weapon of choice for RKR. Guard counter stuff. I mean, we did that obviously on the deflecting tier run, so that's my preferred. The other big problem with the Blackhand Blades, and the reason I don't like them for it, is their guard boost is low, which doesn't super matter, but if you mistime the block can. So it's the only issue I have with them. But because I remember trying them on it, and I was like, this is fun, but yeah, Lives of P is a good one. Yep. I do agree that Wu Chang was a little on the mazy side, but it was nice having a game that kind of followed that. It's not there for some reason. You're on laptop. Have you tried refreshing? Possibly. Because it should be bottom left corner. To my knowledge. Should be. Oh my god, that was so much damage. Fuck that. Nope. Fuck that noise. The other reason that I'm not a big fan of the backhand blades with the guard counters is because they, although they can get like a lot of damage in, right? Especially if you build around not only the guard counter boost damage, but also if you build around multi-hits, if you build around, you know, all that shit. The main reason that I'm not a fan of it is you have to hit with all the attacks. Whereas with Giant Crusher, it's one big slam. And it's significantly easier to hit one big slam instead of the, hang on, I can test it actually. It's not the backhand blades, but they're a variant of the backhand blades. Hang on. Okay, I need you to not go up. Oh, okay, that was kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I need you to hit me normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 hits there or whatever it is, and I'm pretty sure the backhand blades might even be more. I don't know. I like them because it looks sick, but I would much prefer having just one big hit. It's the same with charged heavies. Any charged heavy that is a multi-hit charged heavy is arguably worse than anything that's a single charged heavy, because you have to hit both of them to do the damage. I don't know. I struggle to want that instead of just wanting a colossal weapon or a hammer or whatever, you know? Applies to everything in the chain? Sure, but that means you have to hit every single hit in the chain. And given how long it is and how so many bosses do attack fairly quickly, it's less, you get less opportunity to take advantage of it. Still mention if you don't. I mean, sure, I'm not denying it. I know you're coming off of watching Bryce's stream where he was doing it. But again, the deflecting tier run that I did where we tried backhand blades felt worse in every situation with the Sekiro tier than just using big hammer. Because big hammer was one big bonk that did all the damage in one big bonk instead of having to do a bunch of hits with it, you know? How did you see me? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not denying that they can 100% be very, very, very strong. But that's the same for a lot of stuff, as we know, right? There's a lot of things in this game that can be very, very, very strong if you build it right. And if I'm picking if we're taking the same concept of deflect tier, guard counter builds, and we're ignoring what weapon, we're just trying to, that's our goal. Just a Sekiro deflect tier, right? With RKR. If we're taking that, and you give me the choice between something that hits a bunch of times in a row that takes a while and the boss can interrupt, or big bonk, the big bonk feels better the majority of the time for that specific build. It's the same as, like, if we're taking a boss and you're saying, okay, what's the best weapon for, I don't know, beating up Radagon? Okay, well, if the goal is just what's the best weapon for beating up Radagon, the clear answer is something that does strike and fire damage. Sure, other stuff will melt, but if you're just picking purely based off of that one piece of info, you're always going to take strike and fire damage because it's going to do the most damage to him, right? It's about what your end goal is, basically. Hello, goodbye. All right, let's do the run to Malenia first. I think we do that. Very situational or awful parry timing. Well, this is where I would say one of the reasons that I wouldn't use the backhand blades is because you can parry with the backhand blades if you don't get the parry timing right, because their guard boost is so abysmally terrible. You're gonna wind up getting your stamina shredded because you're gonna be blocking and so on, right? And this is where something like using a great shield and then having, I don't know, I'll just because I have it. Let's say you had the hammer in the other hand, right? You block with this to get the parry, and if you fail to get the parry, you still block the majority of damage, and then you get the guard counter still, no matter what. So if you're really just going for the best build to make sure you can do it, this is a better situation. Again, I'm not denying that the other one melts, but this would be, if you're struggling with it and you want to get better at it, using the shield with the deflect tier will be the safest way to go because you get the advantage of the shield block. You still get the deflect here. This is guard boost 69. Nice. You still get the block with that, and it'll wind up being overall probably the best thing you can do, I think. But if you just want to do Sekiro gaming, then you, in my opinion, would just bring a katana or something to really mimic Sekiro. Or Colossal Weapon, obviously, because that's the most damage. What's the guard counter on this, actually? Now I'm curious. Hey, you. Okay. Cool. Full shield and Queline's greatsword. Love it. Yeah, the backhand blade one is good. I just think that if I'm picking based off of the concept of all I want is to do deflecting, I'm not picking backhand blades. To sum up this whole conversation. Oh, and the other problem that I have with the backhand blade guard counter as well, and this is potentially just preference, which I totally get, but my other big gripe with it is the travel distance. Because the travel distance is kind of cool when you get knocked back and you need to get back into the fight. That's kind of nice. But when you're right on top of the boss, the travel distance can send you way past the boss instead of Big Bonk, which is right in front of you, you know? So, you learned something today, potentially fun. Hit me. What do you got? What have you learned? I like fun. Fun is good. I'm a fan of fun. Also, arguably the worst zone in the entire game. Everything is white. It's the exact opposite of my color for this run. Like, this is not where a goth wants to live. The worst. Terrible. Horrendous, even, one might say. Leave me alone. Hey. Hey. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! The wolf is really hungry, apparently. Gets a pass because it has Ordina. Sorry, wolf. You chased me and I must do this now. Goodbye, my friend. Setting Bloodfiend's arm to Cold Fiend does turn off the fire damage of the channeled R2. I knew that! Yes! Yes, I did know that. I will say, Frostbite cycling is overrated. It is overrated. People do it, and I understand why people do it, because they like the big chunk of damage from the Frostbite, but at that point, you should just use Bleed. The amount of damage you get from the Frostbite buff being on the boss is significantly higher than if you have more Frostbite procs. Assuming you hit them enough during it. But on average, it is much better to take advantage of the Frostbite being on the boss for the extra damage on them instead of just going for more procs of the Frostbite itself. On average. Why is the damage on this weapon so bad? Like, obviously, it's hard to compare to other weapons when their other weapons are like Colossus weapons or whatever, right? Sure, I get that. But this katana does 253 plus 195 and then 76 plus 67. Cool. This does way more than that. Why is it so bad? I don't understand why it's so terrible. I don't get it. Is it a phase of its own? The damage is, it's true. Blood Fiends with RKR built around with bleed, built around charged heavies, come one shot. Sewer trolls, cycling frostbite, you actually have to fight them. It's hardly practical but fun. Got you. I will say bleed is not the way to do it. I mean, I think we've talked about this before, but it's how dare you? It's still broken with what is it? Holy and fire. I think it's holy. So I mean, if you're doing Blood Fiends, doing it with holy or doing it with fire is still like the best way to go. So yeah, the faith scaling bug is objectively stronger. Exactly. Exactly. And a lot of people put bleed on Blood's Fiend, which is funny given that it doesn't do bleed like normally. And we all think it does bleed, or at least I thought it did bleed, but it doesn't do bleed. R2 and the arc scaling. Yeah, it's also, I think specifically the description in the, for me at least, it's the description in the weapon where it says, it makes a splash of blood. And it's like, oh, cool, so it does bleed. No, it just makes a splash of blood. It doesn't actually do bleed with that. It's just, it's like tossing blood on somebody. You're not making them bleed, you're just throwing blood on them. There's a difference. Splash of hot blood, yeah. I don't know what weapon we're going to use for each boss. I know I'm going to use Lamina for Melania. That's the only one I figured out. No, and Twin Blade. We're going to use Twin Blade on Radabeast. So I need a weapon for PCR, and I need a weapon for Godfrey. I could do Hammer on Godfrey. Although I did just use that on Romina recently. Maybe I should use the Katana on PCR, even though it's bad. But everything is going to be bad on PCR, realistically. Hang on, let me see. Let me see my options. I did this on Midra. I could get the faith for that and do that. Could do that. I did that in Romina. We're doing that on Radabeast. We'll do that on Godfrey. We did claws on Plassie. Yeah, if I can get, you know what? I'll do if I can get it, I'll do the Sunflower Blossom. Why not? PCR with Pierce. No Pierce, no Holy. We also recently learned that Eleonora scales better with Arcane than Dex, despite its scaling values showing. Huh, interesting. Fascinating. So definitely worth going for Arcane then. Cool. Knock knock. Who's there? I am terrified where this is going to go. Hi, Specs. I said no holy. I have holy. I meant no pierce. That was close. We should have got the crystalline circle throwables as well as a weapon. Like, they could have done it with the Smithscript weapons in the DLC. Both that and the Beastman should have been... They should have been Smithscript weapons, and I'm sad that they weren't. Hey, y'all, while I'm taking this elevator and Specs is slowly typing on my joke, did you know I have new emotes? It's true! It's true. Look, I have 2 new emotes. They're both a moose. Mantis Blade? I could do Mantis Blade. I haven't done Mantis Blade. I could do Mantis Blade. We haven't done that since the beginning of the game. You're too tired to think of the rest of the joke. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Specs. It's so bad though. I mean, it's arguably better than Sword of Night. Sword of Night has been... I've never been more disappointed in a weapon with how cool it looks than Sword of Night. Sword of Night looks incredible. And yet, it is utter ass. And I might change my mind when I inevitably do a run where all I use is Sword of Night, right? And I can actually build it to be as strong as I want. Instead of this one where I'm limited with my my item choices and so on. But yeah, it's been very disappointing for what I was expecting. Ow! I really thought it was going to be significantly stronger and impress me. And unfortunately, it did not. Yeah, just bad. Yeah, it's really good for PvP, I've been hearing. True combos are when you get hit by an attack, and then the next attack that comes in is so fast that you're unable to roll. Some bosses have them. Some bosses have true combos where you get hit by it and you're unable to, like, get out of the way. But that's what a true combo is. I know Ramina's got a true combo somewhere. I think PCR used to, but they don't anymore. Cozy, does this fit the theme of what we're going for today? Does it fit the theme? Remember? It's only goth, emo, things with black in the name. Hmm? I'm not hitting play until you answer my question. We'll sit here in awkward silence. No, thank you. Okay, I will let it play, but we have a theme. We have a theme. I will turn song requests off if I have to. Don't make me do it. Specs. Okay. All right, I guess I've turned song requests off. Again, there's a theme. There's a reason for it. After after we're done the run, you could do whatever. It's a pop punk cover. Okay, I'll let it go. But if it's not actually pop punk, we're gonna have words. Good conformity? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? To be fair, I didn't know we had a theme. Well, it's been that theme on every time we've done this run, and you've been here the other days, so whose fault is it? It's not mine. I have been very clear about the theme the whole time. Thank you very much. I don't know why those guys are mad at me. I blame James. Fair. Are we only doing depressing songs? I don't know. The theme for this one kind of like wasn't there at the beginning and then slowly evolved as the run went on. I don't know what we're gonna do for blue or yellow or orange. I haven't figured that out. That's a future Traneth problem whenever we get there. See, the theme for this one worked really well because we could go into goth and stuff, so that was a really easy one, but for those ones, I don't know what we do. Blue by Eiffel 65 on repeat. Oh, God. Oh, that's going to get requested so much. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. True. On YouTube, a Zemo version? Perfect. That acceptable. You have to admit, though, seeing Dancing Queen and not knowing the band does make it so one might think that it is not on theme, in my defense. Yeah, this fits. What do we use on Gideon? What would be fun on Gideon? Claws are an option. Ow! Ow! Stop it! I could do the Cirque. The Cirque was pretty good on NPCs. Yeah, let's do that. That'll work. Let's do that. And frankly, I'm just gonna use the Cirque on PCR, I think. I think that'll be fun. Although his body's a bit fucking weird. Maybe I do the hammer? I don't know, man. There's too many options. I have too many things I can do. Claws do shred. I gotta say, the Claws of Night on this run, and again, I'm worried. Well, worried. I have a belief that the reason is because both the Claws of Night and the Sword of Night need you to actually like build for them. But they have really unimpressed me. The actual war on the Claws of Night is still really good, but the actual weapon attacks and the weapon damage and the bleed buildup and everything has been horrendously bad. So, like I said, eventually we'll do a run where we just use those and we actually get to see how strong they are, but I got a feeling that this run is not showcasing them to their best ability. You know? Hiya! You're on a Pop Goes Punk rabbit hole now? Oh boy, there are so many. Ah, I knew you'd come.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring.
Yes, you did. Okay. And I am here to come all over you. Wait.
Your spirit. Continue to struggle to eternity.
You sack of shit. The Rykard, the rare Rykard spell that I never see, because I usually kill Rykard after I kill Gideon. Bye, Gideon. Man, running R2s on this is like really good for NPCs. The double hit true combo, ooh, strong.
Not even you
Yes, he does. He does bad. He knows exactly what you're doing in Bloodborne.
cannot kill.
Alexander Shard, Lord of Blood. I would also say you want the smithing talisman as well from the DLC, because I believe that works on it. Because it's scatter shot throw, right? So that as well is really good if you add that in. Shouldn't you be angsty the whole time? What, you don't think that I am? Heck you, James. How's it going, James? Sword of Night. Let's get this over with. This weapon is not great. Much too happy? Damn. I'm just happy to be here. What can I say? Okay, hello, Godfrey. I'm gonna use a terrible weapon on you. I hope you enjoy this experience as much as I do. Phase transition, please. Thank you. Rude. It was hitless until that moment. But now I've been hit and I am sad for it. Can I get one more bleed proc? Probably not, eh? I can get another poise break. Hey, and a bleed proc at the end. Let's go. Well, we only got knocked back by the roar, but that does count as a hit. So not hitless, sadly. This weapon, though, is for the amount of coolness factor this weapon has, it lacks all of the damage. It looks incredible. Arguably one of the coolest looking weapons in the game, but it does terrible damage. So so disappointing. Where are you? There it is. The point is to look cool. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Terribly off theme for you'll have to start over. No! You can't make me. It's not happening. Drip is the most important stat. That is true. That is what everyone tells all the new Souls players. It's a good point. It's a good point. Okay, if I did it right, which I'm like 90% sure I did, this should be Osbach. Thank God. All right, buddy. It's been so long since we've had him. Oh, I can't wait. We never get to do this. This is going to be awesome.
Don't you dare approach Miquella the Kind. Needle Knight Ledder and Dryleaf Dane will never
allow this. Why do you think they gave him a scythe? What do you think the reason was there? Yes, those are the only 3 left. And obviously Leda and friends, but I mean, you know. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Osbach, get in here, buddy.
Blood of fire for the dignity of my lord.
Sweet Jesus.
Lady Leda, your suspicions were dead on. In the end, I could not bury the memories of Lord Moog and our pact of blood.
Okay, okay, fuck off.
By way of apology, I will reveal the
This is going great. I gotta say, this weapon started off fantastic. Now, I'm a little less impressed by it. Because you reap what you sow. How much more health does Osbach have than Natan? Like, he's got to be like really strong in comparison, right? Since it's so much more work to get him as a friend. Okay, I was not blown away by this. I'm going to swap to... What am I going to swap to? I'm going to swap to... this to try it, because why not? Let's go, Osbach. Sunflower, I don't have enough faith, unfortunately. We've already used it. We did use it on PK. But I am now, I respect it. I'm out of faith. A 600-person Halloween rave. How do they know how many people are going to be there before the rave happens?
Needle Knight Ledder and Dryleaf Dane will never.
Yeah, I like the swim blade. And it does holy damage no matter what, which is really funny. Oh, tickets sold. That makes sense. I forgot people had to buy tickets for raves. I'm used to small raves where people don't buy tickets. They just show up and that's it. I have no blue. I'm a fool. Well. Hang on. Hang on. Since I have no blue. Okay, never mind. He just kept firing those in a row. Never mind. Well. Zoomers are different. Fair. Fair point. Fair point. Worst fight in the game? I would definitely put it up there. Ooh, you think Fia's was worse? At least Fia's you can outscale. This one is just brutal, I find. But I definitely agree. They're both really bad. I despise both of them dearly. I'm going back to this. This was better. This was stronger. We're going to do this.
Don't you
Dare approach Miquella the Kind.
Needle Knight Leder and Dryleaf Dane will never allow this.
What just happened with my camera?
I'm sorry for speaking to you as a compatriot.
This fight is one of the few fights where I always wish I had more stamina than I do. Just because PvP is so stamina intensive.
Of the Pureblood Knights, I stand with blade aloft, blood of fire, for the dignity of my lord and master Moog. Lady Leda, your suspicions were dead on. In the end, I could not bury the memory of Lord Moog and our pact of blood.
Why are you aggroed on me, Leda? What the fuck? That was weird.
I can't fathom your convictions.
That was real weird. She just like decided to stop attacking Osmog for some reason.
Fled to a world of blood.
That was so strange. Okay, goodbye, Dane.
Righteous carnage. It appears that our interests
Osmog, you can. Never mind.
so it is.
I was gonna say Osmog could have the final hit, but then she healed.
My blade. More closely.
By way of apology, I will reveal the marrow of my sword. Its needles that will stitch you into death.
Oh, you, Osmog. Ah, good job, buddy. It's so nice to have him back. It's been so long. Yeah, let's. Oh, he still won't look at me though. Okay, well, I thought we were friends, but apparently, whatever, man. It's just rude. It's just mean at this point. Like, you could look me in the eye. We're on the same team. Would it kill you to be nice? Isn't that bad? But I agree, it's definitely not enjoyable. Yeah, like there are. Here's the thing: Giant's Hunt is by far my go-to, right, for PvP. It's the same with Rakshasas. They're not fun fights, and I don't like them. But if you're not making it incredibly difficult on yourself, it's definitely a lot easier. You could easily summon the Mimic tier. You could summon Osmog, Tialier. You could bring Giant's Hunt. You can do all these things, right? But when you're doing a challenge run and you limit yourself and you can't do all those things, it becomes more difficult and very annoying sometimes because some stuff is just bad at PvP. You did kill his god. Hey, to be fair, Saki.
Right just now, I suppose, in truth, I can't. Oh. Well, you needn't worry. It was you, wasn't it? Fear not.
He's cool with
bear
it.
no grudge.
So I don't think it is that because he seems fine. He seems chill. All right, let's go beat up Radabeast with the fantastic, fabulous, always fun to use Black Flame Tornado. More specifically on the second phase. On the first phase, it's kind of whatever, but on the second phase, hot damn, is it good. It's the way this guy speaks, but it does not sound like this song is in English. It is, but it doesn't sound like it to me. Yeah, this weapon's so cool. So just to point out, this is a smithing stone weapon that traditionally does physical and holy damage, right? But because I've put fire on it, it now does fire, but it still retains its holy. It's also the similar to Queline's greatsword, where Queline's keeps fire in it. It's super, super cool. And I really, really enjoy the neatness of this weapon because of that. I love that. How's it going, Pug? There are words, apparently, yes. Okay, bye, Saki. Those dogs growling, warning, growling at each other. Hang on, I'm gonna put on Night Wish for our final 3 fights, because I think it'll fit the vibe. How do you have a plus 25 weapon? Isn't smithing stone brown or white? I don't know what that last part means, but you can upgrade a smithing stone weapon to plus 25 and somber weapons to plus 10. And this is a smithing stone weapon, not a somber weapon. So, yeah. Oh, you mean it's a black only run? Yeah, the exception is smithing stones. My physics, or my flasks, for example. Those are the exceptions. Everything else is black items only. Otherwise, it would just be a +0 run with even worse restrictions. So, rather than do that, I allow myself to use the smithing stones. Because otherwise I wouldn't be able to use golden runes either, as an example. Since those are obviously not black, they're yellow. Or gold, I guess. Oops. He is, it's true, it's true. His fashion style is like surprisingly on point. It's a good point, I hadn't thought about that. I approve. This weapon is doing a lot less damage on this phase than I was hoping. I was really hoping it was gonna be a lot stronger on this phase. It's fine, when we get to the next phase, it'll be a lot better. The main reason we're using it is for the second phase, okay? So if it's bad here, that's all right, because that's not the point. The point is the second phase. Give me my runes. I really wish that it was Radagon and a second phase of Radagon, like he turns into America or something, and then Elden Beast was a bonus boss maybe for doing the Stars of the Age of Stars ending, because Elden Beast is the second phase of this feels really out of place. Okay, he did the same move twice in a row. That was weird. I also just really like fighting Radagon. He's got some bullshit sometimes, but overall I'm a big fan of it. Like the Gokuing really annoys me. That really annoys me. Otherwise, I really like him. Okay. Black Flame Tornado. I love doing this. I don't really get to do this that often, but it's really fun. I'm not built for it technically the best, but I mean, it's fine. There's one cast. There's 2 casts. Radigan's so much better. Yeah, I like Elden Beast better with the torrent changes. I agree, but Radigan is just the way better fight across the board. Ooh, I rolled too early. That doesn't happen often. This is worth it, probably. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. All right, we only need one more. One more, I think, will do the trick. Oh, God. I hate this move. This is my least favorite move. Elden Stars is whatever. That move, though, when he goes up in the air and he just does all that bullshit, I hate it. Nice. Cool. It was one more. I was right. Black Flame Tornado is so fun, man. Ah, so much damage. The percent-based damage, the actual raw damage of it too, so good. So good. PCR, what am I doing on PCR? He's the only one I haven't figured out a thing for. The only one. I could do the you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it, let's do the Ore Greatsword. I like this weapon, although it has been very unimpressive for damage on this run. We'll use it, even if it's not my all-time favorite right now. Greatsword of Solitude. I had that on my list. I just never got around to grabbing it. But I did have that on my list. I did. It also is not as as black as some of the other things that we've been using. So although it works, I feel like these are better. Hello, PCR, if that is your real name. The only downside of this weapon is the stamina consumption. I don't know if this is true, but I feel like colossal swords take more stamina to attack than colossal weapons. And that just might be like recency bias. But that's what it feels like that. I hate how much of this fight I spent watching your stamina bar. Man, the more and more that we do this fight, like there was a part at the beginning where I was like, oh, this fight's really hard and fun. And then the fight became really hard and not fun. And then the fight became really hard, or became much easier and became fun. And now we're at a point where I've done it so often, I think I don't like this fight and it's not fun. It's just a slog every single time. He has so much health. He's got so many attacks that he attacks with so frequently. It just feels like you're constantly in the shit end of the battle and stuff. I don't know. I've started to dislike this fight in comparison to all of the other hard ones. Malenia, still super fun. Still feels very fair. Nameless King, still super fun. Friday, still super fun. Gale, still super fun. Mind you, I haven't done the DS3 ones nearly as much as this guy, but like still, the fact that Malenia, Godfrey has become top tier because it's so enjoyable as a fight. It's just this guy in comparison is like, I don't know. It's too much all the time. There's no downtime in this fight, which makes it like very draining, I guess, is the way I would describe it. Whereas something like Malenia has breaks. It's hard, but it has breaks in it, and it feels like there's breathing room and space for the fight to be difficult while evolving over the course of it, you know? I don't know what hit me there. That was weird. It's also because this fight, one of the big problems with it, and has always been the biggest problem with this fight, in my opinion, is his poise. He has a shit ton of poise, which is fine, but he resets it so fast that unlike the rest of the fights in this game where you get kind of like a break more often when you break their poise, it's really, really, really rare that you actually get a poise break depending on what moves that he does. So it makes the fight feel even more like you're just kind of like, okay, I guess we're constantly fighting the whole time. You either get a heal or get one attacking. Yes. Yeah, the pacing is way too fast. And like, I really do think if his poise meter was better, that the fight would feel a lot more fun. But he doesn't even feel like a Dark Souls 1 or 2 or 3 boss where you can, like Dark Souls 3, I guess, is the example, because they didn't have poison in 1 and 2. In Dark Souls 3, you rarely get poise breaks. It's not really a big mechanic in that game, but it's a really big mechanic in this game. And none of the bosses in that game ever felt like they were too, like, constantly on you all the time. I think the only one that was close was Gale, but even Gale didn't feel as bad as this. Not even close. And the fact you have to spend like half your stamina bar dodging means you're really like forced to deal with some shit in a not fun way. I definitely think they improved this boss by changing the stuff they did from the original version, because the original version of this was just colossally unfun. Goodbye, PCR. Your outfit does have black on it, but it's mostly gold, so, you know, get out. And Miquella, a shining, brilliant, white light on your... Ugh, terrible. Terrible, I say. All right, let's get our last weapon of the run. One that I never get to use, and I'm really excited for. Got one poise break if you're on him, but only if you're lucky. To bust himself to deflect your bullets? Yeah, that guy's annoying. Where is he? Where is he? Where's my stuff? Where is he? Do I have to sit at the Grace? I bet I have to sit at the Grace. He should be over here, shouldn't he? There he is. Perfect. Your service has been fantastic. Thank you so much. Goodbye, my friend. And just because I think that it counts, y'all can decide if it does or not. I mean, that probably doesn't. Leave that on. But this? No, wait, that's the wrong pants. There we go. Right? Right? This is totally a black outfit, yeah? Where is it? Right? I mean, obviously the hair is gray, but the rest? Right? This totally counts. This totally counts. So we're gonna rock this. We're gonna be Osbach. Let's do it. You love to spam the Ashen War of this weapon. I'm gonna have to actually fiddle with the weapon because I don't remember what it does. Oh, right. Bam. Okay, I need a one of each. Then we upgrade, and then we'll go fiddle with the weapon moveset to learn it, just to make sure I know what we're doing, and then we'll go beat up Malenia. So at a +9, it scales at a B on Dexterity and a D on Arcane. We have a troll to test this on. And I've already got my Dex to 60, so we're gonna go ahead and do the rest into Arcane. Like so. Okay. So let's see. We've got R1s are, okay, Scythe R1s, totally fine. All right. R2 is terrible. We hate the R2. Jumping R2, jumping R1. Okay, there's clearly something I'm missing. Hang on. A finesse evasive skill that grants great space to maneuver. Inputs dictate direction in the backstep, followed with a strong attack to perform an advancing upward slash. Press strong attack again to bring the weapon back down. Okay, so we do this, into that, into that. Jesus, that's a long animation. And then we pose at the end? Okay, that is really cool. Hang on. Look at that pose. Now, I feel like we're going to get fucking obliterated by Malenia if we do that, but we have to try, right? We have to. I have a different song than usual for our Malenia fight today. Okay, 391 for an R1. I tried to get it there and it didn't work. I don't like how long the animation is at the end of it. What are you doing? Where are you aiming? That is really cool, but I think really bad. That looks really fantastic though. But the animation is so long. That's why you only use it for the backstep. Yeah, I don't blame you. Damn, that was really sick. And then I got hit by the follow-up move. I dodged into it. Oh my god, that was dope as hell. It wasn't what I was trying to do. I was actually trying to get backwards, but it's fine. I feel like this weapon is the definition of it looks slick, but it operable is it's not great when you actually start operating it. Wow, I didn't get to roll there. That was crazy. Ma'am, how dare you? How dare you, ma'am? Yeah, okay, we're not gonna do the the dynastic sickle play anymore. It's really cool looking, but man, is it. Whew. How's it going, Brian? Yes, indeed. Absolutely, Grim Reaper. Hell yes. You unlock the camera and press backwards with the AoE to lunge forward. Ooh, that is very cinematic. This is one of those weapons that you see in TikTok clips. Like, it's not really good, but when you see it in a TikTok clip, you're like, oh man, that looks flashy as fuck. I love this. That looks awesome. Like one of those TikTok edits with the really, really sick music and the slowing down, and as the boss comes in for the attack and you do the backstep and shit. It's like one of those. How dare you not give me your face? I was gonna say, you should be doing this. Oh god, that was the worst I've ever done that. How dare you? Highlight farmer weapon? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Got some studying done. Nice. I hope it's going well, and I hope what kind of tea are we having? What is our flavor of choice for the morning? Bleep Rock? There's the bleed. That was cool. That there was good. I liked it there. I don't like it on the majority of stuff, but when she does her like her dash in thing, that's a really good opportunity because she doesn't follow that up usually. It's very stylish. Very stylish. Oh boy, that was bad. Why was that so bad? Ma'am. It is also weird to me that the Reaper riposte only does damage one time, even though there's clearly a second hit that happens. Because, like, you hit the body with the riposte, like that, and that's where the damage hits. But when you pull it through, there's no more damage there, and I feel like there should be. It wouldn't matter. I mean, it would be the same amount of damage if they split it up into 2 hits or not, but it feels like there should be a second hit. No. Stop it. Just, you know, don't Shadow Clone Jutsu and we're good. Please and thank you. I would appreciate if you would not. Goodbye, Melania. The butterfly thing is cool, but if they were black butterflies, it'd be better.
The mark of a true lord.
Wonderful. Onwards to the, I mean, honestly, this place might be the best looking place in the game for us. Now I'm thinking about it, it's like a, yeah, well, I guess it's gray and grays. Never mind. I thought it was like a black ceiling. Never mind. Never mind. But we do need to get the correct ending, which needs a song. What's a good spooky one? Let's see. Let's do another Nightwish one, because Nightwish is like the right vibe. What do we end this with? End with no, I know what we'll do. We'll end with this. Yes, this is correct. This is the vibe. Green tea, very nice. I hope it's delicious. Black items. in this game are kind of cool. There's a lot of weapons. There's not a lot of options when it comes to armor. Or not armor, when it comes to talismans. There's a lot of armor. There's like a shocking amount of armor in this game that is colored black in some way. There's some things that I thought were going to be better. Sword of Night in particular. Claws of Night as well, another one. Both of those felt very lackluster in comparison to what they could have been. And I'm very disappointed by both of those. But there was a lot of stuff that I did quite like. And I enjoyed that. It definitely, I think, has been... I think purple was the weakest of the colors that we've done so far. I think green and red were both the strongest ones. This is probably below green and red, but above purple, I would say. Armor set wasn't good either. The armor set was terrible. I cannot believe how bad defensively the Armor of Night is. I didn't expect it to be
Fallen leaves
perfect or anything,
story.
and not nearly as good as other stuff, but it was way worse than I ever pictured that it would be. Way worse.
Elden Lord.
Which is crazy. Anyways, that's Black Items Only. I'll see you later, YouTube. Bye-bye now.
The lands between.